recording!
So, this is what we're gonna have to do for a while. Sorry.
Yep, so, this is gonna work, don't worry.
You kinda have to.
On one side, that way I don't have to worry what it looked like in the mornings anymore, so I think that helps.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things that we went through. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, a couple of things that happened between the weekend and yesterday. I'm kind of glad we're doing this again because, well, a lot of things came out yesterday. But we'll go to the stuff before that, which is that Fox wants to reboot the X-Men.
Which, oh, Christ, we went through the whole thing.
But they're also kind of acting nice with Marvel because apparently there's some characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 that Fox had.
Really?
And there was, I think, Supersonic Teenage Warhead in Deadpool was Marvel's. So they kind of had to, like, make an agreement on that.
They played nice.
They kind of play nice, you know, we'll give you this character and you give us this character.
Yeah.
We're good, excellent. See, but that's good. And now the whole idea of a reboot makes a lot more sense with that information in mind. Because that means they're playing nice. If you're rebooting, wouldn't it be nice if you reboot and kind of weave that slightly into the MCU? I'm not saying you should just outright put them next to the Avengers immediately, but, you know, kind of like, you know, where they're there. Like the Defenders in the Netflix series. But like they're there, but you will most likely never see them next to Iron Man or the Hulk.
I can see that happening. I don't know how well it would work out since Marvel is what I said. Marvel has done so far is they've got a very closely tied together story that goes across older movies.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It would be cool if the X-Men got, you know, referenced at some point or other, or if, like, you know, there was acknowledgement that they exist in there. The problem is that they've done so much to set so many things in motion at this point that while it would be cool, I feel like it would feel forced. Like, hey, you know, we made a business deal, you know, right before one of our biggest movies. So here's these guys that we haven't talked about for, you know, a couple years.
Well, you know, the whole thing, I mean, Spider-Man, what Sony's doing, they are still making their own movies, like rumored Venom and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, because it's going to be the continuity of Homecoming, it will have to be part of the MCU.
I don't know, man. It's all business. It's weird.
It's all business and weird. But, I mean, it makes more sense. I know, I mean, we're losing Hugh Jackman, and that's probably reason number one where they're rebooting. But it also gives them the chance, you know what, if we're rebooting, might as well make a nice little juncture of universes here, right? It makes sense.
I don't know if you can really call it universes, since they have basically one world and it's called X-Men. Marvel has the universe because they have everybody else, basically.
Well, see, but I feel like a movie like Deadpool, right? Where, please tell me where in the timeline, in the X-Men timeline that goes, because I have no clue. It makes no sense on what timeline it is. And I really, Deadpool could literally be on its own thing. For all you know, it could be part of the MCU. And you don't know it. Like, it's just because...
I mean, I'd be okay if here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Marvel can do the whole, you know, connect everyone in the same universe because they own every universe, basically.
Yeah.
Marvel has one of the widest range of characters compared to any other comic book company.
DC.
Like DC, yeah, but I mean, even then, you know, Marvel is able to make the small guys, the ones that no one really cares about, look interesting.
Sure.
DC has Justice League, that's about it. But part of the reason Marvel can connect all those people is because they set them up on their own, they stand out as interesting on their own, then they come together and they're even better, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
But even when they come together, they're still on their own. So groups like the Avengers and the Guardians are completely separate from each other for now. And I'd be okay with seeing a couple, you know, superhero movies where you don't have, you know, we are a universe shoved down your throat, basically. That's why I like Deadpool so much, was because it was Deadpool, yeah, he went to, the X-Men Manor, and they had a crashed helicarrier. Aside from that, nothing. It was a Deadpool movie about Deadpool, with Deadpool, starring Deadpool, for Deadpool, written by Deadpool, about Deadpool.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the part of the reason I liked it so much was you didn't have Nick Fury walking around and, oh yeah, I remember Strange, and there's a guy called Ant-Man. Oh yeah, and then we had this problem with these space people. It's like you don't have that constantly shoved down your throat, and you can just enjoy character movie for character, basically.
I mean, Doctor Strange is pretty standalone too.
Yeah, but then they...
Yeah, I said after credit sequence, man.
The Ancient One also talks about, the Avengers guard Earth against physical threats, we guard against mystical. Like, in the movie, you still have the Avengers thrown at you. So, I don't know. I'd be okay with seeing a firmly stood alone movie every now and then. That didn't have to be woven into the bigger universe constantly. And I understand, right now it makes sense for them to be doing the, woven together universe because they're building up to Infinity War, and they want to have as many characters in that as they can. But, part of it also kind of leads sorry, I've been sick. Part of it also leads into kind of a power creep situation, where it's like, for everyone to be relevant, everyone has to be a god, basically. Because once you have Hulk and Thor, why do you need Ant-Man? Right? Now you've thrown Doctor Strange in the mix, who literally bends the, laws of reality. Why do you need Iron Man? So it's like, that's kind of like, it's a major problem with any kind of storytelling. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Z. It's like, Dragon Ball Z, you always have...
There's always someone stronger.
There's always someone stronger, so now you have to make Goku stronger to be able to beat that someone that's stronger. And now that he's beat him, a couple episodes later, there's going to be someone even stronger, so now you have to get even stronger. It's like, if, the Goku that fought, Cell, went back and fought Vegeta and fought Raditz in the very beginning, it would be over in a second. There would be no fight there. It would just be instantaneous death for Raditz. So it's like, you kind of run into that problem with these kind of stories, or with Marvel as well, because now you've got, Doctor Strange, you have literal gods.
Captain Marvel later on.
Captain Marvel is going to be introduced. Hulk, if we have a Planet Hulk, wow, I can't talk today. If we get a Planet Hulk situation, where he goes, unlimited power, crazy mad Hulk, what are you going to do then? It's like at that point, the villain has to be
an Avenger.
Basically an Avenger. It has to be, the only reason they can have Thanos is because he has the Infinity Gauntlet. They have to somehow give him all 6 Infinity Stones, which means ripping it out of Vision's head, getting the Eye of Agamotto.
Wherever the last one is.
Wherever the last one is. Getting the orb out of the Star, whatever, I forgot their name. Their vaults. Getting the Scepter somehow, because I don't know where that is anymore.
The Scepter is Vision's.
Oh yeah, right, sorry, not the Scepter.
Cube.
The Cube, yeah, the Tesseract. Whatever happened to the Tesseract anyway?
Asgard.
That's an Asgard? So yeah, it's like somehow you have to get all these together. Oh, and then I forgot, what's the, there's one more that we're missing.
The one from Thor 2?
Yeah.
One? Yeah.
Whatever that one was. So you have to somehow get all of these together into Thanos' hand so he can make the Infinity Gauntlet super crazy powerful.
That's why we got 2 movies.
And, yeah, but now he's able to literally go, oh, that thing that you live in? Yeah, I control that now. And he can just bend space so that your neck is where heel is. And now you're dead. And all he has to do is move one finger. And, well, Vision's useless now because, he doesn't have the Solar Stone anymore. He has an Infinity Stone. That's why he's so strong.
Vision's dead.
Vision's dead because they ripped out his fucking thing. Strange is... He's still got magic, but he doesn't have...
The time
bending magic. So he's somewhat useless. Because we saw what his regular magic looks like.
Regular magic is like, it's just about Iron Man level.
He can barely make a shield to protect himself.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Guardians are still pretty set, but, you know, without the gem that almost destroyed an entire planet.
Yeah, true.
Let's see, what else? Thor is still useful, yeah, okay, Thor can still be used. Except that, you know, he can fly at me forever. I can just keep bending space so that he doesn't move anywhere. He might be flying at 10,000 kilometers an hour, but relative to me, he's always going to be, you know, 10 feet away.
Okay.
So it's like, you run into this problem with, like, when you run everyone into the same universe, because you end up with all these crazy godlike beings, that the only thing that can beat them is another godlike being. But you don't want that to be an equally godlike being. You want it to be a scarily powerful godlike being. So now he's a godlike being to godlike beings. So your original godlike beings are worthless. And now your godlike being is too strong, and you gotta introduce a godlike being to beat him. You see how you run into like a Dragon Ball Z situation here?
Yeah.
That's why I enjoy a standalone, I am a character like Deadpool, who has no powers other than, you know, crazy strong healing. And, you know, breaks the fourth wall and is funny about it. Like that to me is I enjoy that movie more because it didn't shove the Marvel universe down my throat.
This is the first time I hear you rant about the shared universe idea.
It honestly, it's one of those things that it bugs you little by little, but like when, you know, you see everyone. I'm excited about Infinity War, don't get me wrong. I like the idea for Infinity War, about having everyone together. I want to see that. But when you want to do these standalone films like Doctor Strange, and you kind of have to reference how strong he is relative to the Avengers, then, you know, it's power creep. That's all it is.
Well, speaking of Avengers and all that Marvel stuff, they just announced they're making a TV series about the Inhumans. Which, if you remember, Inhumans was supposed to be a movie in Phase 3, which never happened, and never will happen up to this point. So they're getting a TV show on ABC, an 8-episode series, up with the royal family and all that stuff. But they're gonna get the first 2 episodes in IMAX.
Really?
You're gonna see the first 2 episodes for around 2 weeks in IMAX.
That's cool.
So I mean, they kind of want to do their kind of Game of Thrones-ish kind of thing, because, you know, royal family drama, and superpowers, right? See how that works. Maybe in space. But I mean, sometime next year we'll get that. I don't know. I don't know the Inhumans, and I don't particularly care about them. And it's an ABC show, so my standards are way lower than if it was Netflix.
Right.
So yeah. That's gonna be, I mean, I might take a look at it on TV.
At least we're getting Inhumans, because I mean, you know, when they announced that the director or whatever happened, you know, and the movie got canceled, you know, everyone was kind of sad, because that would have been a cool thing.
I don't think anybody was sad about it.
Oh, okay, it was a disappointment because we were, you know, it was a Phase 3 movie that got axed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, also, imagine if Ant-Man had been canceled before, you know, before it came out. No one would have been sad.
No.
But Ant-Man was still a decent movie on its own.
Yeah.
Right? So, imagine what Inhumans would have been like. We don't know, for
getting rid of Inhumans for the sake of having an Ant-Man 2 and a Spider-Man movie.
I mean, yeah, that I can get. But, you know, we don't know what it would have been.
Oh, no.
We don't see in the future.
No.
We just never got it, so, you know. I'm sad for that.
Yeah,
we'll see
a TV show about it, which is good. I just hope ABC actually does a good job with it, and it's not just one of those throwaway TV shows on cable television.
Right.
Right? If they can make it special, I will love it. If they can't, if it's just another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then I won't care.
If they make it a superpowered Game of Thrones, I would actually start watching it.
Oh, yes, for sure. Yeah. And it's only an episode, so I mean, so I feel like they could make a very tight movie story where it doesn't feel too drawn out, and you can keep people interested throughout the whole thing instead of a 20-something episode series that lasts for I don't know how many months.
Right.
Right. So, yeah. Inhumans. They were supposed to replace the X-Men in the MCU, but I feel because the Fox and Marvel is starting to play nice a little bit, they don't want to alienate the X-Men. Plus, Inhumans are never going to replace the X-Men, no matter how much they try. The X-Men are still popular.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that. And then to the biggest thing that came out yesterday, that
Finally something not Marvel related.
yeah, something not superhero related. You're welcome. Or Disney.
Or Disney.
Yeah, is that Miyasaki is coming out of retirement to make one final film for Studio Ghibli, because he's like, guys, I don't like what you guys are doing. Step away. I'll take care of this. And that sounds amazing.
I mean, you know, if you've seen Spirited Away, House Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, you know, you can expect good things from this. There was one that came out like just recently, right?
The most recent Miyazaki film was The Wind Rises, like 4 years ago? Almost, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking of something else.
Yeah. You're probably thinking of Your Name, but that's another studio.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, if you like original Studio Ghibli, you know, movies, you like Miyazaki, this is a reason to, also I butchered his name, I don't speak Japanese, I'm sorry. You should be excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's finally an opportunity to kind of, get back one of the old greats.
I know some people were not too keen on The Wind Rises. I personally loved The Wind Rises, and I thought it deserved the Oscar for Best Animated Picture, which it lost to Frozen.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. But I thought the movie was just absolutely amazing and beautiful and magical. Like, even a movie that has no magical creatures in it felt magical. What about just an engineer building planes in World War II Japan? Felt magical.
Wait, well, there was another, something delivery service, right? That was also Ghibli?
I'm not sure.
That's another one. I don't know, like, I love that style of animation that Ghibli has.
Yeah.
And, you know, their movies are always great. So, I mean, whatever he decides to make, I'm looking forward to it already. That said, I don't think we have any kind of news on what it's going to be, do we?
We still don't know. There's some things that it might be, like he was doing shorts that he just left behind before, so it's a previous work like that. And he's like, you know what, I would like to make this into a movie. So he's gonna want to.
Okay.
He wants to tell those small short stories into a concise, story, which is good. It's good, and the man's a genius. I mean, he's one of the greatest storytellers of our time. So whatever he does, I'm in for.
And part of the, anyone that follows Ghibli knows this, but part of the reason that, they're always so great is that they don't do storyboarding. They just animate whatever they, come into their heads. They don't pre-plan a story. They come up with the base idea and they let it take over itself, and then wherever it goes, that's what they do.
Yep.
And then they make fantastic movies out of them.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. Him coming out of retirement is one of those things of, I don't know, we don't really have another person. If Iwata somehow came back to life and decided to make one more console or something.
Yeah. The Switch is his last one, so technically.
I mean like after one.
Yeah.
It's a miraculous kind of occasion. And I'm excited, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any other, director or anyone in retirement right now that's in the entertainment business that you would say, okay, they need to come back to do something else. Aside from Miyazaki, I mean, that man. As long as that man's still alive, I would love for him to keep making movies.
Yeah. mentioned Disney earlier.
Yeah.
That's a segue.
I'm gonna revert back to Disney. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it seems like all we ever talk about is goddamn.
Well, because Disney has
and
it.
Marvel.
I feel like Disney has everything. Like seriously, what came out yesterday, there was a report saying that they are thinking of buying Netflix.
Oh God, no! Please, no.
The reason for that, aside from more content for them, and more power, making the empire stronger, is that because the current CEO of Disney is thinking of retiring in 2018. Of course, they're already kind of looking for a replacement for him.
Right.
One of which they're thinking of Netflix CEO. So it would make sense, incorporate Netflix into the Disney brand, and then he can just easily just move up when Iger leaves.
I can understand that, yeah.
Yep. I just feel like it feels a little too monopoly-like, kind of like AT&T buying Time Warner. It's like,
Yeah.
it's good for you, the company. But what does this mean for me?
Yeah.
I mean, on one side, I would love. I mean, if Netflix were to have, like, they kind of promise, Star Wars movies and Marvel movies and Pixar and all that stuff on Netflix, and this is what made all that giant catalog be available there, I'll be fine with it. Because, hey, what's it now? Like $10 a month to have the entire Disney library accessible to you, plus some Netflix original content and things like that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's interesting to say the least.
But let's see. Oh yeah. When I mentioned Disney, I imagined you were gonna go for the other thing. That we got a trailer yesterday.
Oh yeah, that Beauty and the Beast trailer, which is amazing. It's awesome, and
If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it.
yeah, the music that plays in the background.
You did a video on it, right?
Yeah, I made a video on it, so you can look at that. And I know there's so many things in there that they're doing right that it feels like you're watching just quite literally a live action version of the animated film.
Which is what I would hope for when they say that they're making a live action movie of Beauty and the Beast, usually.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's going to be some tweaks and changes. But what I saw is like, this is exactly what I remembered from the original movie. And I love it. I love it for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Beauty and the Beast has never been one of my favorite animated Disney movies. I know it's yours, so shut up. We had that argument yesterday already. But, I mean, if they're going to start doing a lot more, what am I saying?
Live action.
Live action of animated stuff. I can only hope that they can, eventually kind of work down the line to something like, say, Atlantis or Treasure Planet. Things like that. It's like the movies that got buried underneath all the Disney princess movies that were still, good and all that. Because we've seen, like, adaptations like Snow White and the Huntsman and Maleficent. So if we're seeing, like,
but
direct to live action, what?
Snow White wasn't them. It was someone else.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if we see, like, direct to live action from the animated ones, seeing things like Aladdin, a actual, Snow White movie, Treasure Planet, Atlantis, like, kind of, if they work down the line going through all of their old animated films, one, it would, make them a lot of money because everyone's going to go watch them because of their childhoods.
Yeah.
And then two, we might see, those kind of lost movies.
I mean, I feel like you're setting the brand with movies like Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and The Lion King, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're reminding people, this is why you love us so much, and this is why you're gonna keep coming back to us. You release movies like Snow White and Mulan, and these other movies that people know, but I don't think are as cherished as something like Aladdin or Lion King.
Right.
Right? And then you work your way out to those obscure movies that people didn't really see, like you said.
I'm not saying like tomorrow we should get an announcement for Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying if they work down their line, which is a shorter version of what you just said, then seeing a live action Treasure Planet, a live action Atlantis, honestly, those are the only two obscure Disney movies I know. I know there's more, but
yeah, I know.
It's like eventually being able to see those would be really cool, just because even when I was a kid, they were obscure.
Yeah.
Right now, they're completely lost on most people.
I see Treasure Planet in Costco all the time.
Seeing them in live action might bring them back, and people might, finally be able to have discussions about them, because they are interesting movies. They're good. I
feel like they will be very well served for live action. Like they will be really great adventure movies.
Yeah.
Plus, The Rock needs to play a character in, I think, both movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he can play a character in either one. Like he can play the villain in Atlantis. Either him or the big black guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And then Treasure Planet.
The parrot-looking guy.
All right, yeah, no, you sold me on this. Hey, Dwayne Johnson, Rock, baby, get on this. Contact Disney. Disney, contact The Rock. Either way, I want this to happen.
I mean, they're already working together in Moana. They're not that far apart anymore.
Yeah, they already have The Rock. They just need to now convince him to keep joining for other stuff.
So sign this 100-picture contract.
I don't know if we have 100 pictures in us, but I mean, yeah, I'd like to see him in a lot more movies. Anyway, we've
Yeah, I think.
You want to check how far we've gone?
Yeah, I think it's good.
27 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Excuse me. So, you want to call it here?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening, I guess, because this isn't exactly a watch thing anymore. If you enjoyed the pictures moving across your screen, thanks for that, I guess.
Yay.
Otherwise, we'll see you back here again some other time. Hopefully we can get a working camera soon. Something that won't fuck up our audio. Or we can figure out a way to make audio and video separately. That might be a pain in the ass, though. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Either way, whatever happens, happens. Such is life. And, I didn't mean to do that hard. We'll see you in the next one, I guess.
Yep. See
Bye.
ya. Bye. Now, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, click the like button like BBA down there. Watch our other stuff up here and follow us on Twitter @Radamix and subscribe right here so you don't miss out on our latest content. Hope you enjoyed this one and we'll see you next time. Bye.